Well, good morning, America and the world. Oh, looks a lot different than it did yesterday, don't it? Look at that there bright blue sky. And that bright sunshine. Yeah, it's only 73 now, early in the morning, but they say it's gonna get up in the toasty high 80s before this day is done. They keep saying that, but like yesterday, we never got above, about 73 to 74 here. It's been rather cool with all that rain coming through. Yes, it has. Oh, I was looking for old Mr. Gray. Thought I saw him there for a minute. Well, let's ease on down these steps. Yep, I think it's going to be just a little bit too wet to be gardening. But there's other things we can do on today, June the 20th, 2023. Oh, well, there you are, friends and family. Snuck up on me again. But I'm glad you dropped by. Like always, you're more than welcome. And today, it's a whole different kind of day, isn't it? From what you saw yesterday, when we had a river running in front of the property. We had waterfalls and streams. Yeah, quite different. Everything's kind of peaceful now. The sky's bright blue. The sun is bright and coming up in the sky. It's supposed to change later this afternoon though. It's like they always say. If you don't like the weather now, just wait a bit. It'll change. But that just means we gotta do things, set our priorities, and still get things done. Yeah, I'd like to be throwing some more plants in the ground. I got many more to go, but it's way too muddy, way too wet for that. Hey, let's check the rain gauge and see how much we got through the last 24-hour period since we checked it before. Well, maybe later this afternoon, once this dries up a tad, we'll come back over and complete the cleanup. And that way we'll be ready to stick a few other things in the old south side garden bed. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to check the old rain gauge. Let's see what we got. Oh, well, through all that deluge, we only got overnight another, inch and, what is that, 6/10? Yeah. I emptied it out before I came in yesterday. So that's what we got, when that was all coming down and throughout the night. But like always, we're not gonna waste it. Give that little tomato plant another drink. Not that I think it needs it. And stick the old rain gauge back for another day. But everything here in this bed is looking fine. Well, the beans ain't up yet, but those were just planted yesterday. So be patient. Got to find a home for that one lonely collar. Yeah, let's take it and set it over here with its friends. Yeah, we'll just stick it right in here so it can have company. Right next to its sister and its cousin, the yellow straight neck squash. Kale's looking lovely. So hey, let's grab some tools and get this day going. What do you say, Mr. Gray? You ready to get her done? Ah, that was a big yawn. But you're here with me now. So let's grab some stuff and hit the highway. Oh, I'm glad you followed me up here to the north property line, up here by the highway, next to the cemetery. Yeah, and it may be too wet to garden today, or this morning. It's never too late to clear away some brush and things we don't need that are clogging up the side of the highway. So, we still got to get her done. We never got it finished. I got the tools of the trade up here, and I got the old man, to get her done, dude. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to try to get this side of the bamboo forest, you know, on the side of the road, the berm, as they would call it, all cleaned off today. We almost got it the other day. Not yesterday, but the day before. So yeah, we got our tools, what little bit we got, but it's just enough. You see, it ain't about what you have. It's about what you can do with what you have on hand. So let me show you what I got and where we're going with it, okay? Yep, I got them dropped on down right here. And this is all we got. And this is all we used to get all of this cleared away. You know, see the big huge pile down there on the end? As well as clear out that space inside the bamboo forest to get our bean pole. You've already seen that. So yeah, we got this all cleared down to here. So people can walk down the side of the road without being on the road. So all we've got is a pair of nice leather gloves. We got a pair of old fish scares, I believe these are. Bypass pruners. I've had them probably 20 or more years or more. And I've got my Black & Decker reciprocating saw. Many would call it a Sawzall. Sawzall's a brand name, you know, sort of like tissues. People call them Kleenexes, or at least they did back in the day. Everything was a Kleenex instead of a tissue, because once upon a time that's all we had was Kleenex. We didn't have none of them puffs. But anyway, yeah, so we'll be using the Black & Decker reciprocating saw, lithium powered, 20 volt, 1.5 amp hour batteries. And I got 3 of them. And normally what happens, either I run out of energy or I run out of energy in my batteries, like I did day before yesterday. But that's what we're going to be working with. And this is what we're going to be working against. This Chinese privet right here. That's what we're going to be taking out. I'm sure there's some little old hackberries in here. Yep, right here. There's going to be some little oaks. That's okay. There's plenty more. And we're going to get all the way on down to this here nice fine oak right here. Yeah, this one right here. Before we call it a day. So you got to set a goal. You got to make a plan. You got to work towards it. That's my plan for today. And this is my goal. Hey, you want to bet the old man don't make it? Put your bets in the comments below the video. So hey, if you all want to help, there's more gloves in the shop. Some more pruners. Of course, you can go down and get the loppers too. And you can help out. We got machetes, swing blades, all kinds of stuff in the shop. Just pick your tool of choice and jump on in. Hey, we can always use help, right? But I'm gonna, for those of you who can't, but you still want to, we'll let you watch. Because some of you think, little old man just don't get it done. Somehow they think I must have had some gnomes in my back pocket. Of course, you do know. Kitty crew will be up in a minute. They're finishing up breakfast. Then they're putting on their safety gear, and they'll be here directly. Woo. Since you do it, let's get her on done. Well, y'all, I knocked you over. Sorry about that. Guess you were sitting too close to the pile. But that's how we do it. Yeah, and we leave the little stobs there. But we're not going to be walking on them. And we'll come back and get them later. You got to clear it away before you can get down and dirty and get rid of the stumps, or the stobs as we call them. But that's how we do it. And that's what I'm going to be doing, continuing on. And hey, y'all go down, sit in the shade, and come on back when it's all gone away. Okay? Well, as you can see, we got a lot of it down. We got all this cleared, and the city's grabbing it for me right there. The fine folks here at the city of Tallassee. They take care of us. Yep, they surely do. They're making it all gone in a heartbeat. But there's plenty more right around here, as you can see. Yep, the old man made it to the tree, and he kept on a going. Yep, right on around the bend we did. I didn't even know I was doing it till I stood up and looked around. Yeah, that's how I get going, and that's exactly how one little old man gets her done. So yeah, the city's got it going on. They're getting it all taken away. You know, ain't a problem. I'm glad I went ahead and kept pressing on. I knew they were going to come by today. Normally they're by a lot earlier. This is about midday, or so I believe. And we ain't got it all up to the street. But we got another day that they'll be by. If not, they'll get what remains next week. I wish I had me one of them big claws. I could make fast work of all this mess right here. We'll get the little stuff. There ain't no problem there. I'm just thankful they can get that big stuff. Yep. He's good with it too. He's what we call a professional. Whew, but that's where we got to. Yeah. That's what happens when you're going in reverse and you aren't looking what's behind you. You get around the bend and find out you went way farther than what you intended to. Yep. Cool. Appreciate it. We'll get the rest up there later today. And there you have it. Everything we had up in the street is now all gone. Thank you, Tallassee. We sure do appreciate it. Hey there, friend and family. As you saw, the city came by and I had most of it piled up just in the nick of time. And I know I must look like a fright. Whew. All sweaty, hair all discombobulated every which way, but that's what happens when you tame a jungle or a forest. Yeah, but It's looking a whole lot better. We got a little more to pick up. Let's take a look at it and see how it all looks now. Since the city grabbed all they did, and of course they'll be back maybe tomorrow or Thursday. Tomorrow's Wednesday, right? Yeah. Next day's Thursday. They come 2 days a week. So never fear, any more I do, they'll be here with the big claw to grab it all. Yeah, and I'm thankful. They're good folks in our little small town here in the deep south of Alabama. So yeah, like I was saying, probably couldn't hear me because that truck's noisy. It ain't its fault. That's just big equipment. Yeah. Once I got done on the street, I didn't even realize it because I sort of was backing up into the work. Made it easier for me. So I just kept backing. Yeah, I guess I knew I was coming downhill, but it was in the shade at that point. Now, it's a little bit after 1 man's time, 12 high noon God's time. You know, it's that daylight savings time thing we go through every year. And I got a little here, pick up and towed up to the street. And I got a little bit of raking and that. And that's going to be about it for this particular project, except for picking up the trash. More trash to pick up, as y'all can see. And some raking, and then I'll bring the mower up here to do some mulching. And it'll look more park-like. It's looking a whole lot better in my mind than it was before we started. And plus, all my invasive shrubs and vines and trees was getting out here in the roadway, and that's not a good thing. Yeah, and you can see right here, brand new, this year's bamboo cane. Yeah, at one time, this used to be so thick, you couldn't hardly make your way through it. Yeah, you can see all the dead cane down in there. Yeah, sometime this year, that too will all go away. Whew. But I am so thankful he came by with the claw, got everything he did. Can you imagine if I had to tote all that, cut it all up, put it in the burn pile? Woo, Lordy. That's work. Yes, it is. But look at that. Yeah, we got a little more here to straighten up with the rake. And then give it a quick mow. We may throw some grass seed down. Who knows? And to me, that looks way more better. What do y'all think? And it's a nice shady place. So when people are walking in the evening, you know, when the sun's, you know, over there in the west, during the sky, and they need a little break, because we have a lot of people out walking. You know, in the mornings and in the evenings. They can just take a little break here. And hopefully they're not any of the people that keep throwing the trash into the bamboo forest. I think not. Bunch of Bud Light cans, whiskey bottles, yep, cigar wrappers, dip pucks, McDonald's bags. Yeah, I pretty much picked it all up over the last few days. But you can see some more down in there since we got this cleared back off. Yeah, and we'll get that today as we're allowing the gardens to dry out so we can get some more planting underway. Here's a good example. There's drink bottles, Gatorade bottles, Dr. Pepper. Oh, there's old Milwaukee, Natural Light. Yep, Budweiser. Yeah, Budweiser products seem to be pretty popular around here. And I am going to put up a couple of cameras. I'm not going to call them trail cameras. I'm going to call them litter cameras. And I'm going to focus in and that and see if I can grab some tail shots. Not people. Hopefully it's not people walking by doing this. It's probably being thrown out of cars. If I can grab their license plates, maybe I can give them to the city. In the city, we'll prosecute. Because that's exactly the way it should be. Yeah. Keep stuff in your car, folks. When you get home, throw it in the trash. How hard is that? But that's where we got to. And I didn't even realize it until I was part way down the bank there. Yep. That I'd made it past my goal. So I thought, hey, let's go as far as we can till the old tank runs low. But fortunately for me, the 20-volt lithium battery was getting rather low, and the saw was getting sluggish. And then the city showed up, and what a more apropos time to call break time, time out. So we did. But hey, you know, I got some of them there Faygos, all kinds of different flavors down in the fridge if y'all would want one. Hey, let's head on down and grab one and sit in the shade on the front porch and chat a while longer, if you don't mind. Hey, and thank you for all the help in being here for me today, if nothing more, for moral support. Because in truth, with your thoughts and prayers and kind wishes, it makes me get up every morning and carry on. I truly am blessed by all of y'all and God above. Thank you all. Yeah, let's go get them cold drinks. Ooh, I could use a soda. I'm pretty parched. How about you? Well, there you are, Speedy and Spooky. Y'all gave out on me? Yeah? Well, I just wanted to say thank you for helping me the time you did. Yeah. Yeah, I don't blame you. You still got those heavy black coats on. Yeah, and you see how moist Papa is. So I know y'all were sweating too. Right, Spooky? Ooh. You stayed out there as long as you could helping Papa, couldn't you? Yeah. Oh, you're a good guy. You'd have been there. It would have been a little cooler, or it would have been more shade. And what about you, Princess Speedy? Oh, you're a princess? You don't need to do it? Yeah. Well, as you can see, too, the kitty crew are enjoying the shade, which is what we're all going to do, too. And then here's old Mr. Gray, guarding the front door. Probably want some treats, if I had to guess. Hey, Mr. Gray, can I go in? I'll get some treats for you. Okay. Let's grab them cold drinks and some treats for the kitty crew. Whew, Spooky, you gonna take a break too? Yep. There's my supervisor, Spooky. Yeah, we got Speedy right there enjoying the shade. There's the Queen Cleo right over there. Now you may wonder where Mr. Gray's at. Here, let's find him. He's right underneath me on the second step in my shade that I'm making. Yes, he is. So hey, there we are. There I am, and all of you, my friends and family, and the kitty crew, enjoying the shade of the old mother oak tree in the front yard on the front porch. And I'd like to add that today's episode of Mr. Tom's Neighborhood is brought to you by the fine folks at Faygo, with a great line of flavorful sodas for you to enjoy when you're hot and you're thirsty. This one, Kiwi Strawberry, is a favorite of mine. I'm not sure whether it truly tastes like kiwi and strawberry, but I don't mind. I love them. It's cold, it's refreshing, and it gives me one of them pick-me-ups. Hey, try one today if you can find them in your local grocery. Yeah, no, we're not sponsored by Faygo, but in a way, this episode is brought to you by Faygo, as well as Black & Decker, Fiskars, yeah, and True Temper. For those are the tools that I have at hand. Of course, I paid for each one. And nobody sent me none, but I don't care. I buy what I need and buy what I want, and I get her done with what I can and what I have. No fancy stuff required, and no excuses made. So yeah, folks, there we have it. That's what we got done so far today. Here a little bit after 1. Yeah, everything's drying out, but we're going to let the rest of the day go by with that there bright sunshine. It's starting to get, you know what they say, partly sunny or partly cloudy. Supposed to be more rain on the way. We just have to wait and see and chance it. And, you know, I still got peppers to plant. Still got some squash to plant. And some seeds to put out. But there's time in the year to get her all done. I do appreciate y'all all stopping by and lending a hand. And I hope you come back and sit a while and help out too. But until the kitty crew. You seen them all today? Well, you seen Cleo, Spooky, Speedy, and old Mr. Gray. And on occasion we gotta try to see if we can catch old Heathcliff on camera too. And then show you the little princess, Gracie too. Which she is doing mighty fine as well. But yeah, until we see you on that next episode, Mr. Tom's Neighborhood, y'all take care, stay safe, and may God bless you all as you bless those in your lives. Goodbye for now. And remember, the praise of the day, get her done. Okay? Later all. We're going to finish this Faygo. Let our moistness evaporate. Speedy, Mr. Gray. Spooky, don't go too far away. Then we're going to get back to getting something done. Don't look at me that way. Don't look at me that way. No, now you're going to ignore me. Yeah, I see how you are, Speedy. Yeah, right. And Spooky too. Yeah, maybe I'll just lay down there in that cool grass too. Can't hurt.